Assalamu alaikum everybody, we're back. Mosman Oil Gas have released the interim results for the first year of this year. So current share price 0.031 GBX down 5%, 5-day chart down 15%, 1 month up 3%. Year to date we're up at 3%. Obviously the huge spike back in May here, placing dip and all this stuff, and slowly gathering some momentum ahead of Q4, because Q4 should be a busy quarter per what we've read in previous RNSs. So let's have a look at the annual report and accounts for year end 30th June 2025. So main parts of this RNS are all at the top. So we can see here Mosman announced that its annual report have today been released. Key highlights: revenue from continued operations increased to 504,000 Australian dollars, about 400,000 Australian dollar increase compared to last year, which is great. Revenue from continued operations increased during the year, primarily reflecting the acquired production at Sagebrush. On a consolidated basis, revenue decreased materially compared with the prior year due to the absence of revenue from discontinued operation following the divestment of oil assets. So net loss of 10 million. 0.3 Australian dollars. Last year it was 1.5 million Australian, so we're up like 9 million in the losses. Cash at year end 3.9 million AUD. Cash balance at 25th of September 2.6 million. Okay, interesting. So that's a bit on the low side, I must say. So, and I know they have seismic plan, extended well test plan. That's going to cost quite a bit of money. So I'd expect some sort of raise to happen once those tasks are completed, hopefully at a much higher share price. So that's one thing to note. Could be an option for you guys if you're interested in a top slice, or you could trade it based on what news comes along. We have strategic repositioning to helium exploration and development, with Sagebrush in Colorado established as the cornerstone asset. Progressing completion of exit from legacy oil interests, aligning operations fully with helium growth strategy. Strengthen board and management team with new appointments and governance enhancements. So the executive chairman has said financial year 25 marks a transformational year for Mosman as we reposition the business squarely towards helium, a critical and high value global resource, with Sagebrush validated by independent resource auditing and on track for seismic acquisition and flow testing in financial year 26. We are entering a period of significant value driving activity. The divestment of non-core oil interests has sharpened our focus and positioned us to move decisively in this new phase. I'm confident that Mosman now has the assets, team and strategy in place to unlock substantial shareholder value. On behalf of the board, I thank shareholders for their continued support as we deliver on exciting opportunities ahead. So there we have it, guys. Mossman's report. Obviously, there are more details. If you go into the report, you can see specifics on like the helium portfolio, Sagebrush, the 82.5% working interest, the Vector project. Drilling undertaking was unsuccessful. That was such a waste of money. This was like, I don't know why they did that. Should just use all that money on progressing Sagebrush, where there was helium. Waste of time, waste of money, waste of resources. Oil and gas portfolio, Mustang Company's exit from Stanley. Okay, so they sold a couple of stuff. Corporate development, we've got our interim CEO Howard. Outlook: the year ahead will focus on drilling and testing at Sagebrush to establish the project's commercial potential, applying exploration insights to refine future helium targeting, maintaining financial discipline while advancing project towards production. Well, exploration was like Kevin makes Boston now position with a focused helium strategy, a cornerstone project, Sagebrush, and a disciplined approach to growth. I just hope they've learned from their mistakes of this year and don't do any side projects in the coming year. Like, let's just focus on Sagebrush and then, get that drilled, start making money, and then slowly start developing Coyote Wash as well, where there's 100% working interest. And it's also bigger than Sagebrush as well, so a lot more potential. But focus on Sagebrush first, use your money wisely. If they raise, they're going to have to at some point, or get a farm in or farm out. I mean, these ones, Vector, Helium, Billy Goat, we've got the 5% royalty interest, EP1 for 5% as well. This asset, negotiating land access, we'll see. This one's still subject to farming. I think the main thing to take for this, there's a lot of opportunities for growth, but the cash is a bit low for Mossman, so I'd anticipate some sort of fundraise would have to take place at some point, especially after seismic and extended well test. But I'm hoping it's done at a much higher share price, because doing one right now in the current share price, I don't think it makes any sense whatsoever. It'll just dilute people more. So I'd say, get it a bit higher, maybe do some sort of like premium placing or something, get some more funds, and then slowly, hopefully next year, once they get more wells drilled in Sagebrush, they can slowly build up that revenue and try to start being self-sufficient, so they don't need to go to the market anymore. So that would be my plan. Like, you know, focus on Sagebrush, use your money like wisely, do a placing at a much higher share price, and then, you know, try develop Sagebrush in 2026 and try get it to, you know, increase those oil revenues so you can like cover the costs of helium development as well. So yeah, that would be my plan, my advice to the board. If you're watching this, please do that. And then obviously, yeah, current market cap 6 million. Come on, this is like tiny. Like, there's so much. It should not be at 6 million. Even remember in one of the previous RNSs that the current well they have on Sagebrush, that cost is like 5 million. So yes, having a 6 million market cap right now is really like undervalued, I'd say, in my opinion. But as always, guys, do your research before investing. Now, if you have any thoughts on today's RNS, what the interim results mean for Mosman going forward, let me know in the comment section. I will be very interested to hear your thoughts. But I do think with the seismic to start like this week or next week, and then, you know, the well test in hopefully December, there's a lot of news flow still to come before the end of the year. So you guys, hope you've enjoyed the video, and as always, be sure to subscribe and share, and peace.